Who's in here? Hello.
Yes, I'm eating so many fruits and vegetables.
How are you doing tonight? I'm not sure if it's nighttime over where you are. I don't know if you're in the States. Hi, how are you? I'm doing okay. Just chilling. Today, trying to get some good background music going. So I'm not really pulling cards on this live. I don't know. I just thought I would get on to come chill with y'all, whoever comes in. Sorry, I'm having connection issues. I'm in Australia. I thought so. I've been following you for a while, though, I think. I can't believe I remembered that. That's cool. Have you ever been in the States? Maybe I should turn on my ring light. I don't know. Kind of like this lighting. Yes, but nearly 10 years ago on a school trip. Oh wow, y'all came here to visit some monument or national historic place. I want to go to Australia one day. Y'all's wildlife and history is really interesting to me. For drama acting to visit Broadway and all that. Oh, that's pretty cool. What state was it? Our history, oof, yeah, about that. It's not that great. I meant like I'm really interested in the indigenous cultures there, like Aboriginal cultures, and the wildlife too. But hey, I can't judge because I mean I live in America, so you already know how that goes. I don't know, I guess I should. Ooh, I have a book on spirit animals. I thought that was something that I could do. It's cool on the live tonight. Yeah, that site is amazing. Oldest civilization still living, yes. Yes. So do you have like crazy insects that you find in your house sometimes? I hear a lot of people say that Florida over here, it's like a mini Australia with the wildlife that they have, like big roaches and big tarantulas flying roaches, stuff like that. Let me find some better lo-fi. Yes, I would make that comparison too. That's cool. Completely brain farted. I wonder if there's a passage on kangaroos in my book on spirit animals. Nope, there is not. Let's find an Australian animal. It's like they have every other animal but kangaroos. Wow. Kangaroos get no love. Yeah, I'm not saying any Australian animals. Well, dang. The closest thing I could think of is rabbit. But then again, I have seen, I've been seeing lots of rabbit and imagery everywhere lately, so. Koala, platypus. You said that goanna? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Emu. Emus are cool. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of those in my book. They're spirit animal helpers. That sucks. But what can you do?
Is music your life? Make it your career at the Los Angeles Recruits.
Advertisements everywhere. So are you in school out there? Well, not, I said out there like you aren't from there. No, but what do you do? I meant. Yes, I'm doing a master's at the moment. What are you mastering in? Dietics. It's so hard. Assignments every week. Yeah. Dietics like nutritional. Like the human body, working with the human body. I'm not clear on that master's. I've never heard of it, to be honest. But I would think it means like dietitian work. Yes, so I'll be a dietitian when I'm done. That's cool. Those are very important in our times. I'm very interested in biology. I took like pretty much like a year and a half off from when I graduated school. It was much needed, but I'm ready to go back. So
You don't need to learn, honey. You need to remember.
I don't know, I'm getting antsy. I don't know what to do. Do you have any suggestions? Questions? I'm so bored. I want to take a break from pulling cards online because it was starting to kind of get draining. Not that I don't love it, but I need to like recharge because it's energetic work. Gosh, I wish I had a break. I've been studying for 6 years straight since finishing school. Yeah. And we're back in lockdown here after we had such a good run of no COVID at all. Dang. When did y'all get into lockdown? That's okay, since it's just me, we can finish now. All good. Ooh, someone else. Oh no, I'm usually on for like a good hour, so you'll probably check out. I don't know what time it is over there. I'm assuming it's like morning, a week ago. Oh wow. Y'all went in lockdown a week ago. So that was a recent outbreak? That's so crazy how COVID has such a like strain on the world. It's 1:39 p.m. Yeah, afternoon. Oh, let me wave. So, how are y'all's lockdowns like ours? Or they say no more than 10 people, obviously social distancing. I would assume that would be the same, 6 feet, all that. Does everyone actually follow the rules? Or 1 p.m. in Europe? She's not in Europe, she's in Australia. Yeah, recent. As soon as we had a few cases and they became clusters, our state government shut it down. See, y'all are smart. Americans don't give a fuck. That's why shit's still crazy over here. But we're open and operating, even though it's still continuing, of course. But yeah, I'd like to know that if people actually follow government instructions or if they just wing it. But I assume y'all definitely don't wing it like Americans, because if y'all had a good run of no COVID for a while, then that means everyone was doing what they're supposed to do. So many people were not wearing masks just before the outbreak, so they got comfortable. even though it was a potential risk, like on public transport, no one wore masks. I did, obviously. Yeah, so many people don't care here. Wow. Well, it's kind of getting better over here. Everyone still, it's just so fascinating how the times can change so drastically with something like this. Because at the beginning it was like, what the fuck, we all have to wear masks. But now, if you're caught slacking with a mask in public, you literally feel like naked. Like that naked feeling when you don't have a mask. Do you think the coronavirus was real? What do you mean by that? That's a very loaded question. We had the vaccine, but no one got it. And then the outbreak. And then everyone wants the vaccine. Do I think coronavirus is real? Yes. I think you're meaning to ask me if it was planned. And with that, y'all could call me a conspiracy theorist, but yes. And you said was. We're still in this time. We're still in Corona time. Whether anyone thinks it's real or not, we're still like in this new age. It's just so, like, it's still astounding to continue to register that we're never gonna go back to that way that we were before all of this. Yes, this is exactly what I mean, because I really feel that nobody really died from that. I wouldn't say that. I do believe that it's a real virus and disease. But I also believe that it was contrived and released. I mean, I know Instagram censors a lot, so I don't want to talk too much about it, because I've realized that whenever anyone talks about coronavirus on their lives or on their stories, they do this new thing, this weird, very 1989-ish thing of like fact-checking and like little informational tidbits that they put in people's stories. It's so weird. I don't think we'll find out exactly how, though, due to red tape. I agree. Actually, no. I believe that it's going to be exposed. Or someone's going to expose it. The truth always comes out eventually. But that's a good point. Red tape and all the censorship. Because censorship has really intensified in the past, like, what, 4 or 5 years? Especially with Trump's presidency. In the far future, it might. I feel like it's near. Like, speaking from an astrological perspective, there's a lot of energies at play that have to do with justice and retribution and exposure of deep-seated secrets. So fair, I hope so. I believe so. I said I wasn't going to pull any cards, but now I'm curious to pull cards on the future of Corona. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me do it. F it. F it, I'm bored. Feeling antsy. Just couldn't help myself. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, what's the first question I should ask? I'm so serious. When Trump was president, I was in my own little world because I had forgotten he was president. After a while, it got like that, yeah. I feel like it took no more than a year for us to like get desensitized to the ridiculousness. Okay, what's the first question I should ask about this new age that we're in? The King of Swords came out. Is the end of it too big to ask? We need I need direct questions that would get more concise answers. Because that's more of a like an emotional based question. I don't know how to prose that. It's like I don't know how to prose that. It's so weird because with tarot, oh my gosh, the Three of Swords came out. So I guess yes. Is the end of it too big to ask? Actually, now that I think of it, the Three of Swords being a negative card would mean no, it's not too big to ask, but it's still a tragic circumstance and state that we're in. So that depressive energy that Corona put humanity in, that's what it's talking about. Do you follow the page Conspiracy Theory on Instagram? No, but it sounds like something I should look into. Spirit, what new developments on Corona can I learn about right now? What new developments on Corona can you tell us about right now? The King of Swords came back out. Oh no, what did I do? You didn't do anything. The King of Swords came back out though. Oh, that's a confirmation of it being calculated. Because the King of Swords is, I just realized that it's a bit dark. I might put my ring light on. But the King of Swords coming out, that's the energy of being strategic. Like a planned event. Ooh. Let me not get my Instagram taken down. FBI, open up. It came back out though, because when I was just casually shuffling it before I even asked a question, it came out before the Three of Swords came out, and then I reshuffled and then it came out again. T. Ooh. This looks hellish. Ooh. Okay, let's ask more questions, because now I'm very invested. Okay. Ooh. Let me properly shuffle them, though. But the three cards that came out was the Hierophant, government institutions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven of Pentacles reversed, and King of Pentacles. So a government planned event with the purpose of manipulating timelines in order to gain financial status or finances. Because the Hierophant is government institutions. Dang, maybe I shouldn't have put this red light on. Hierophant. And he's in between two pillars. So literally a new world order. Ooh! Because pillars signify, pillars are a symbol of government rulership. And then there are two keys crossing each other at this man in power's feet. Did you just... A new world, yes. But other than the conspiracy of the new world order, it literally is like a new way of being and living that we've landed ourselves in. So, because when you think of keys, you think of opening the doors to another room or another area. Isn't that monarchy? Yes. True, true, true. Definitely a new way of living for sure. Yep. And then Seven of Pentacles. But here's the tea, though. And I'm just gonna keep saying for legal reasons only. Also, let me say on this live right now, I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal. I don't have any will to stop living, just in case. But whoever contrived this is actually disappointed in the payout. Like they didn't get the effects that they had planned. Because the King of Swords is plans. And this man looks so disappointed at these plots. Like these are pentacles, but pentacles are symbolic of your work. And it's reversed. So that's plots and plans not coming into fruition in the reverse. Then the King of Pentacles is the energy of money and financial gain. Of course, I get it. Like maybe someone wanted a Thanos situation. Yes. Let's pull some more. What should I ask next? There's a lot of masculine energy in this reading so far. I'm living it up to you. I'm nervous as heck. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Cast a circle of protection over this live spirit. Okay. So the Six of Pentacles came out. Let's see, what else? Ooh. I'm gonna pull some more. So, I want y'all to look at this card. I'm sorry about the red lighting. Y'all see this man breadcrumbing these two beggars, for lack of better wording. So from seeing that I feel like, and it's under the King of Swords, so that planning energy, that strategy energy. I'm trying to find a code word so it doesn't get flagged. I'm just going to refer to it as CV, okay? So CV was created to intensify the gap between the rich and poor. Because I keep, literally I keep hearing a new rule, like a new monarchy, just as you had said. Okay, let's pull some more. Can I get more information on CV and its purpose? Oh my god. Okay, so here's the violent energy coming in. One more card on the purpose of CV. Survivalism. Survival of the fittest. Like for the ultra rich with stocks and then in everyday with panic buying. Yes. And that actually is also something that, oh my god, judgment. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands that came out after the Six of Pentacles. And the Five of Swords, which is like last man standing energy. I'm not trying to scare y'all, but I literally just got like a sinking feeling in my gut. Like I heard the term to diminish humanity, like to take away human nature's empathy. So literally everything that makes you human. Because that Five of Swords energy is, yeah, I have chills. That Five of Swords energy, that's symbolic of manipulation. It's a carnivorous energy, like it's an ugly energy. Plus with Seven of Wands right here, it's literally to spark violence. And this also makes me think of all the riots that happened last year. And I did talk a little bit about that in my article, quick plug. In the article that I just posted called A Viral Awakening. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. It'll come to me. Four of Swords. Do you think you could do that? Take away Mother Nature's empathy? No. Well, that's a very complex question. I mean, not me personally, but I know that I think you're phrasing it as general. Like, is it possible for an institution or a person or an entity to take away something's empathy, like a living creature's empathy? That's a very philosophical question. Because me personally, I believe that there's some people born with no morals or not necessarily no morals, but no conscience. Like me personally, I know that we could argue and say, oh, conspiracy, but some people aren't human. Like they don't empathize already. But I believe those types of people are more created than they are bred. So it's very abstract. It's also case by case. But as far as, are you able to take away someone's empathy? Through abuse, you could take away someone's empathy. Like, y'all could Google more conspiracy, MK Ultra, like psychological abuse. Some psychological abuse that some people go through, it literally creates them and breeds them to become serial killers, to become psychopaths, to become, I don't know, just malicious people. Because from a spiritual perspective, when you go through all that trauma, it's like this, I don't know. That's a very complex question. I do know, but I'm trying to find a way to word it. Do you think you could do that, take away Mother Nature's empathy? You would have to consent for something to take away your empathy on, to a certain extent though, unless you are, like after a certain age, when you're not impressionable, when you're no longer impressionable, then you're actualized in your free will to be like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna let these circumstances take away my ability to connect to another human being. But when trauma catches people at young ages, that's usually like, I hate to say that's usually it, but from then they're able to be more programmed. Me with my psych degree, yes, a lot of people are born with bad wiring. Yes, that's exactly what it is. In their brains, psychopathy, antisocial personality disorder, and then they grow up in a bad environment which really sets the tone. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And that's so funny that you use the term wiring, because literally the human brain is like a computer. You could literally program and control it. Yeah, I read this quote a man was talking about. I forgot his name. I want to tell you when I look it up. But he was saying that you can't do anything to Earth. It's fine, we're the ones that's fucked. Can you reword that? Do you mean like Earth will prevail? Like Earth will always have the final say? That's so funny. Because I was thinking about that earlier. Because I had gone to the office to get my assignment for a new job I got. And it was like a built-in terrarium under the stairs. And I just was admiring the Earth. Them up for being bad. Yes, set them up for being bad in their life. Yes. And then on top of that, when they don't have any good role models or anyone that they look up to or that's a real caretaker, it just solidifies this nihilism and hopelessness that they have. So there's no incentive to be a good person. And then another thing for those types of individuals, it's about survivalism. Last man standing energy. Like kill or be killed energy. That's literally what this card represents. Oh, okay. I didn't finish the interpretation for the second row. So this is quarantine right here. Like the first time that we were actually like isolated with ourselves. And then there's a glass church window right above where this man is resting. 100% genetics and environment play such a massive role, and separating the influences almost impossible. Yes. And then another thing with that, I don't know what your personal beliefs are, but for me personally, genetics definitely play a role in people's morals and if they become morally upright or debaucherate beings, because they're literally curses. Like if you have I'm not saying that everyone's doomed to this, but certain negative ancestors that did terrible things, like that trauma that they inflict on other people and the trauma of the things that they've done and the karma that they've received, it trickles down into bloodlines and literally like your genetics. And then you also have to take in consideration, as far as environment goes, certain structured institutions and societal factors. Oh yeah, I get that. I believe in that 100%. Yeah. But we're definitely about to see a lot of people in positions of power fall from grace. Back to my reading. Because Judgment is the karma card. And just as I said that Lady Justice came out, Queen of Swords. So we have the Queen of Swords and then we have the King of Swords. Oh. Some other cards flipped over. So as hopeless as it seems, there's going to be balance and justice. Eventually. It's coming. Because Judgment is right... it's right above Queen of Swords. And that's very righteous energy. I can't describe it as anything else other than that. So basically we make plastic every day, billions of it. So basically the earth is going to filter everything, the pollution and humidity in the air, because sometimes it takes hundreds of years for the earth to reform. Yes. That's definitely another thing that I'm concerned about, though. There's gonna have to be like a huge movement that forces us to adapt to being more green. Because there's gonna be fights for natural resources in the coming years. And as a matter of fact, I think that's what this next row is talking about. Because we have the Ten of Pentacles, which usually has to do with legacy and bloodlines, like what we're talking about. We have the Queen of Cups right before it. So that's empathy. That's literally the spirit of empathy. Queen of Cups. Loving energy, mothering energy. Mama Earth. Oh wow, I'm hearing bloodline wars. Because the Five of Wands is right after the Ten of Pentacles. So fights for legacy. And then we have the Knight of Cups as the last card that I just pulled. So people are having to make peace with the transgressions of their ancestors in order for us to move into a more peaceful terrain. But back to what Zoe is saying, I don't agree with that simply because plastic doesn't break down, for instance. Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. We're making things the environment can actually break down, yeah. There needs to be an emphasis on biodegradable materials and literally more ethical and green living. Like, especially with our cars, we're making things pretty much ever and then putting it all in landfill, yeah. It's just so disrespectful and disgusting that humans don't cherish the land that was literally crafted for them. Like, it makes me so sad. But you're gonna have to find whoever that man is that you're quoting. I'd still like to research what exactly the point that it was trying to make was. What's this Knight of Cups, Spirit? The Lovers. Oh, okay. So it's getting positive. This literally just reminds me of the 5D shift of New Earth. Because the Lovers card is Adam and Eve energy. So it's like we're... I just got a very beautiful message. So the Knight of Cups is a card that's spiritually it's like saying sorry to someone, amending your wrongs. And with the Queen of Cups next to the Ten of Pentacles, with the Five of Wands between them, I feel like it's like a call for humanity to right their wrongs and apologize to Mother Earth, literally. Cute Adam and Eve energy. I think the Earth is trying to take care of it by giving us the warning of global warming. Exactly. It's like, hello, wake up. You need to stop messing with me. Exactly. Like, have some respect. But don't you think it's a cycle? Plastic is made from natural gas and natural plants. No, plastic is not made from natural plants or natural gas. Plastic doesn't, it's not biodegradable. But plastic is definitely not a part of the earth. But you do have it right that the earth will reform. Whether that's swallowing us up whole or whatever she decides to do. But plastic is not natural. I'm sorry. It's real harmful. Okay, so I just pulled the Hermit reversed. So that's us coming out of isolation. And let's see. Do you think plastic will destroy the earth if we don't clean up? Yes, definitely. It's already destroying the earth. There are already lots of aquatic animals that are getting their environments completely fucked up by people leaving litter on beaches and it sinking down into the depths of the waters and screwing up their homes. No, it's not. It's made from petroleum, and it undergoes a lot of processing to make sure it doesn't break down, which is its whole function. You wouldn't want a cup to break down in your hand. Yeah. But there's got to be a better way than the bullshit that we're doing. I'm not the most scientifically well-read person yet, but whatever bright mind comes up with an alternative to plastic straws and plastic... Well, we already do have some alternatives. Like people use aluminum, I believe. Aluminum straws. That aluminum straw movement that happened last year, I think. Or the Visco girls. Brilliant minds of our generation. Do you guys think the earth will ever end up like the movie WALL-E? If we don't get our shit together, yes. And it's not even necessarily the earth, because the earth is everlasting. We're not everlasting, though. Or our physical bodies aren't. We're on the right track, let's say. Exactly. Like, for real. Okay, let's see. Hermit reversed. 9 of Swords. Page of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. No. But think about this, that's going to be in like year 4,000 or 5,000. No, statistically speaking, we have like less than 20 years or 15 years to get our shit together. Like we have a good decade and a half to get our act right. Because things are already increasingly getting worse. Especially with all these, like the California fires that happened last year, the droughts that have been happening, just crazy natural disasters. Sooner if we're not careful. Confirmation. Okay. patriarchal systems and ways of doing things and living are definitely falling apart. Because I'm seeing both feminine and masculine energies in this reading. And it's like the feminine energy is overriding like the egotistical masculine energy. So with how the first card that I pulled was the King of Swords, and how I was talking about how CV was planned, and it's next to the Hierophant, and that's government, institutions, and monarchy. This is why people protest and their children score like, the heck why aren't y'all more worried? Yes. Yeah. But as I was saying, like, we literally abuse Earth. And I also pulled the Emperor reversed, which is abusive energy. I use the word energy a bit too much. I need to chill. I need a thesaurus. The Emperor right side up is a fatherly paternal figure. When it's upside down, it's like a narcissistic energy. So humanity needs to check its narcissism. Why does that always happen though? How do those fires start? I feel like most of these things that happen are planned. And some governments don't worry about how clean the earth should be. Of course they don't worry about it because they're making money. Like my reading is saying right now. Like my reading is literally saying right now. Like, these were the first cards that I pulled. This shit is not just mumbo jumbo. King of Swords, Hierophant, government energy. Or not government energy, I'm sorry, y'all. Governments. Government institutions. Societal factors. Six of Pentacles reversed. Rich against the poor. King of Pentacles for money. Monetary gain. Because it's literally cheaper for these restaurants and such to use plastic. Well, yeah, it's cheaper for these restaurants and such to use plastic so that they don't, they're basically too lazy to renovate their way of doing things. And it's costing us long term. The curses of the forefathers fall on the children. So if we don't get our shit together, what's the next generation gonna be doing? Yeah, they're using the money for the wrong things like guns and wars. It's like a game. Yeah, because they're sadistic. Oh, okay, I love the check the narcissism energy. But yes, it is a game to them. And that's why I said earlier, about how I feel like some people really aren't human. Like they really are ruled by entities. There is a larger plot. It's not just even about Earth. It's past Earth. It's past our star systems. Like galactic warfare. Because all of this is spiritual warfare. Three of Cups came out, as you're saying that they're using money for wars, for things like guns and wars. It's like a game. The Three of Cups is jovial energy. The Three of Cups is celebrations, joy, partying, leisure, pleasure. And that just makes me think of back when we first started our lockdowns, how all these celebrities were like, Oh, keep strong, y'all. We're in this together. We're in this together, y'all. While they're in their big ass mansions with their stocked ass fridges. Meanwhile, unsheltered people are not getting any type of assistance. And then not to mention all the police brutality that was just sparking, and how they're targeting vulnerable people on the streets. Yeah, we can't leave our big mansions. There's some sort of way a group of people have to do in order to change society. But things like that take time, and it takes a strong mindset, and it takes power to do that. Exactly. But the people are the power, though. It's just a matter of will. And that is the game. Because if they can manipulate your will and have you basically agree to destroying yourself, which is what we're doing when we don't fix our shitty ways with plastic and littering and what else? Abusing natural resources, all that bullshit. You're literally agreeing to your own demise. So it's like, what more do they have to do? And that goes back to the programming. If I've programmed and wired you to agree to destruction, then you're doing all the work for me. And then you got to think about how the American public school system has just completely, it's like completely deprived of sense. Like, they don't really teach critical thinking. And that's not even to insult teachers or principals or any staff, because it's not like those people aren't passionate about what they do, but they're also just working for a living. It's the system. It's the program. Don't even get me started on the school system. Yeah. Like, that's not even to embarrass you, but I'm not saying this to be smart, but you thinking that plastic is a natural material, that's on the school system. Because what the fuck? Like, they're not emphasizing what needs to be emphasized. I'll never get over how much the US pays their teachers. Yeah, it's some fucking bullshit. It's some bullshit. It's really some bullshit. How much do Australian teachers make over there? Like, in Australia, is so much better. America just doesn't care about the working class. It's about the elite. And them getting down and having their fun. And doing whatever it takes for them to stay in power. I'm hearing checks and balances. Huh. By the way, this was something that I was thinking about as a topic. I was thinking about how casually the US government had just admitted that psychics are real and that aliens are, like, they released proof of aliens. And it's literally public information, but they released it like while we're all too busy fighting and too busy in a state of panic, pretty much. You know what? Let me look it up. Because I want to talk about that next, honestly. I plan on making a video about it. They released proof of psychics, proof of remote viewing, proof of astral travel, like 65,000 to 70K AUS a year for a teacher. They released it while everybody was in the pandemic, scared in their house, while Amazon and Tesla were going into space secretly. Yep. And that's some more bullshit, because they're definitely trying to make shit unbalanced literally in the galaxy as well. Like, if you don't stay your ass here on Earth and get it together on Earth before you try spreading your bullshit to other planets, we already don't know what you're up to on the moon and on Mars. What are you doing? And then astrologically, Mars is warfare and aggression. So what are y'all doing? And that started out base pay. I really don't have anything to say. I'm just filled with so much shame. I mean, I know I'm not like a lawmaker, but it's still shameful. Because honestly, I owe who I am to a lot of the teachers that I've had. So to think that, to even envision them having to worry about where their next meal is coming from, or to even envision them struggling to take care of their car note or their kids, it literally angers me. Stargate. Oh my gosh, that's what it was. Let me see. You don't owe yourself to anybody. I know. Yes, exactly. Priorities are just not there for pay. They're not. They're in warfare. And fighting. And power. And glory and ego. Imagine where America would be if they put even 1/3 of what they put into military defense and weaponry as they do now the American education system. Imagine what it would be. Or I shouldn't say we. Well, I guess generally speaking, you're in Aussie land, but I mean, that's another thing that I really can't stand about my country, because y'all just can't keep the bullshit contained. Like, you have to find an excuse to go to other places and like web out your bullshit. Like, you're not embarrassed? You want to talk about that subject we were talking about? Psychedelics? To an extent. I think you asked me, oh yeah, I feel like there's an image of America that a lot of people have, and then there's the truth. Ooh, there's a lot I can't stand about my country too. Oh, there's definitely an image of America. Very calculated. I'm gonna put the cards away so we could talk about aliens and psychics and psychedelics. Because I feel like if I get any deeper, I just feel the devil card wanting to come out of my deck. And so I'm gonna just leave it at that, and we could change the subject for me to pull more tarot cards on something else. Like, we are very white. People don't realize how white we are, for instance. You mean Australians? Yes, like, why are psychedelics illegal? They don't want you to expand your mind and see truth. That's why there's prescription drugs, because they want you to buy it. They don't want you to grow it. It's a profit they make. They keep their business rolling. Yes. Definitely benefiting from sickness as a country. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know most of y'all are white. I don't know who's out here thinking most Aussies or the Australian population. You mean y'all aren't that diverse? Is that what you mean? But yes, Zoe, that's a good question. Why are psychedelics illegal? I've been thinking a lot about the 70s lately. But yes, I do plan on covering a lot of these topics on my my YouTube as well. And I want for my platforms to be a judgment-free zone. Like, if there has to be judgment, it needs to be on just downright immoral and chaotic, nefarious people that literally seek to kill, steal, and destroy. But, I mean, I'm not God. I don't judge people. Also, that being, I've had many of my own experiences, some that I could say that I regret, but I'm still grateful for because they added to my evolution as a human being. So it's like, what's the point of regret? But yeah, on the subject of psychedelics, like, we are, but I think we portray ourselves as diverse. Really. Maybe I haven't watched enough Australian media to notice that. But as for what you're saying, Zoe, about profit, it's a profit they make to keep their business rolling. Yes, definitely. And with the way that they've completely, this is why I'm going to be getting into biology and herbal health more so. And I don't mean herbal as in herbal. I mean like plant medicine. Like natural healing, because at least it's illegal in Oregon. Because the whole purpose of big pharma is to literally get you hooked to those substances in order for you to fester and manifest different systems that you will then need more different drugs to take to heal yourself. So they get you in this hamster wheel of sickness and quick healing. Like a naturopath, yes. I just found out about that career path. Naturopathy. There's naturopathic med school. There's a such thing as that. I just found out about that and I'm so excited. Plus with me being a witch, not the negative wicked witches, but like healers that use the earth to manifest and to protect and all of that. I already have a lot of background knowledge on planetary correspondences with certain herbs and their healing powers. And I feel like that's something that's definitely going to be more accepted into New Earth and the 5D shift, other than us being in the age of Aquarius, which is super exciting. Since there's gonna be a need to break away from old institutions, that big pharma institution, it's only going to make sense for us to go back to our literal roots. That would be really good then. I think a lot of people want to look into more alternative medicine now. Yes. And from personal experience, I've gotten diagnosed and with PTSD like 2-3 years ago. And so the pill that they gave me, I'm trying to remember what it was called. Some hydro. Let me see. I want to say hydrocodone or something. I forgot what the name of the medication is called. But it's some sort of mood depressant. Or not a mood depressant, but I'm trying to think. Some hydro. I don't know. But that shit definitely did not work for me. That's also like another layer of my spiritual awakening. Because when I realized that the medication that they weren't giving me wasn't doing anything, and every time that I would go back to my doctor, she would just up dosage. When I realized what was going on, I just stopped. And that's not to shame people that do need medication, because some people's brain chemistry really does need that regulation. But what I was experiencing, although medically it was diagnosed as PTSD, from a spiritual perspective, which they never take into consideration in the modern age, which is so stupid. But hey, from a spiritual perspective, what I was going through was entity attachment and dark night of the soul. So the real medication was finding source and connecting to source. I'm sorry to hear about your diagnosis. Oh, don't be sorry. It's not as troubling as it once was before. A stabilizer. It's some sort of stabilizer. Basically, I had to take it 2 hours before I would go to bed in order to sleep through the night. Because what had gotten me in in to get evaluated in the first place was I would wake up gasping. So that's already paranormal. Yeah, I think a lot of medicines are a blanket and are very general. Yes. It was some sort of anxiety medication. I completely forgot what it's called. But it's terrible on your liver. I believe in natural medication that grows. Yes. Food is the true medicine. Yeah, I get what you mean though, yeah. Yeah. Because that shit did not help at all. Like, I would continue to wake up at the same time every night. Like, I didn't ingest anything. And I was like, alright, so this shit is pointless. I may as well just resort to home remedies. But honestly, I feel like my spirituality, in a way, cured me from all the trauma that I had. Like, of course, I still have my issues like everyone else, but being able to connect back to my roots and have a practice where I feel completely safe and I'm able to tune into my body more and my surroundings more, it grounded me. Because when you're in therapy anyway, therapy is important, of course. But when you're in therapy, what I realized was that the practices that they have you do are very similar anyway to a lot of spiritual practices, like meditation or taking note of your surroundings. Like, that's all stuff that psychics have to be strong in order for them to receive messages. No, there's a lot of medications that don't work for a lot of people. Find what works for you and stick with it. Let your doctor know. Yeah, I don't feel like I need to be medicated, though. Which might be controversial for me to say. But my mental health has very drastically changed from the way it was 5-6 years ago. And it's funny because me and my sister were talking about this earlier today. This medication has a lot of grounding and anxiety relief, yeah. I don't feel like my brain chemistry needs it, though. I should say that. So. Because I had gone through a series of trying different things, too, and it just wasn't. I'm not saying you do. Oh, you're just speaking in general. Yeah. It's okay. Miscommunication. It's Mercury retrograde. Your surroundings, people are, your peers, peer pressure, meditation, growth, all affect your mindset and how you will do that in the future as you grow. Can you rephrase your statement? Are you asking me a question? I didn't really mention peer pressure. You're asking me how am I going to do that as I grow? I mean, it was a series of what do you think will happen if somebody took too much psychedelics? I don't know. Some of your questions are a bit too general, like too broad. But I just want everyone to know that everyone has psychic abilities. It's just a matter of if you're awakened to them. And if you're activated in them. Because another thing about these government institutions, I definitely had since I was a kid. What types do you have? But I was going to say, another thing about these government institutions, the whole point of them programming you and desensitizing you is to shut off those parts of your brain that allow you access into the ethers so that you're able to receive guidance and information from benevolent guides that are looking out for you in higher realms. I wish I knew how to be more in tune with them. You could definitely learn. Like, for me personally, I also resonate with having them since I was a kid. I just didn't understand then, of course. I was just being myself. But another reason why last year was so significant to me was because a lot of my psychic gifts were fully activated. Like, my clairaudience was activated. I was able to hear, like, this probably sounds really freaky. I was able to tap into other people's, like, thoughts. Like, I could hear other people's thoughts. That might sound very far-fetched to some people. I was experiencing telepathy with certain friends and certain romantic interests that I had. Like, feelings about what's going to happen, dreams about the future. Me too. I was going to mention that. Are you a Pisces? What's your sign? One thing I know how to do is analyze somebody very well, quick. You're a Virgo. So, Virgos are great at that. But yeah, with my awakening, I'm a Leo, Scorpio rising, and Cap moon. Ooh. I'm a rising Leo. I'm a Virgo sun and a Taurus moon. But yeah, so you had premonitions, like you had dreams where you'd see the future. That runs in my family. My mom always has premonitions. So claircognizance, that's what that is. Feelings about what's going to happen, like innately knowing without having tangible proof of it. Just strong feelings. But last year, I'm trying to think of what else was activated. clairaudience, some clairvoyance. I know currently my clairvoyance is strengthening too, and I know it has to deal with us fully settling into the 5D shift. You know what's crazy? I can't seem to stop thinking about the future. I pictured my whole life in the future, but I saw her. Don't think that's good because I feel like that's overthinking. Saw who? It could feel like you're overthinking sometimes when you have psychic experiences, because it's so mind-blowing and it's so potent from the usual flow of how your brain experiences its surroundings and receives its information. So it can be like information overload. Like you could literally feel like you're going crazy. There have been times in my spiritual awakening where I've definitely thought about, shit, is this psychosis? Like, am I gonna have to get evaluated? Because shit's just so mind-blowing. Ooh, Leo rising. I love it. Yeah, my mom and I have a really strong thought connection. Yeah, and that's a given with families. Since they're your bloodline, they're literally your blood, y'all have your own telepathy. We'll both be thinking something and the other will say it. Yes. Yep. So telepathy, precognizance, I've always had that since I was a child though. Clairaudience, I'm mostly clairaudient. And that's something that was super strengthened last year. I feel like that's the most controversial one, because everyone's like, oh my god, this bitch hears voices. Like, but it's more like, sometimes I could hear either my ancestors and spirit guides through my own voice in my head. Like, it's like having an audio, like a Bluetooth in the mind, and getting information transmitted to you. I love Leos. Scorpio rising, Cap moon. So people must be real intimidated of you when they first meet you, huh? My sister has similar placements. What's your favorite sign? That is a brilliant question. I wouldn't say that I have a top favorite sign, but I have like a group that I really adore. That happened to me only once, I think, hearing things like that. Yeah. I feel like it's kind of rare. Probably because there's so much audio smog and junk that we're subjected to in this matrix. Yeah, they are, not gonna lie. People are intimidated by you, not gonna lie. What's my favorite sign? Let me think. I have a few favorite signs. Leo, obviously. I love Leos. I really love Pisces. Like, I like that, like, it feels like you're in a coral reef whenever you're hanging out with Pisces. They're so whimsical, and I love their artistic nature. And of course, them being innately psychic is always fun. And let me think, who else? I'm starting to really, really appreciate Geminis as I get older. I really like Aquariuses. I attract a lot of Aquariuses too, which can be conflicting. They're difficult, but I love them regardless. Of course, I love my own sign, Virgo, and I adore Scorpios. I love Scorpios. I've always had a fascination with Scorpios since I was a child, when I first started learning astrology. I think my favorite sign is Aries, and I like Taurus as well. Aries are cool. I can't be in the same room with another August Leo, though, too much. Yeah, August Leos are bred different. They're definitely bred different. August Virgos are annoying. Oh my god. Ugh. Hopefully you're not an August Virgo, so... Yeah, I'll take that. I didn't mean to accidentally insult you if your birthday's in August. August Virgos are the most talented. You sure? Not to be that person, but Beyonce is a September Virgo. Just as an example. Not saying I'm a stan. And I believe Michael Jackson is also a September Virgo. You gotta fact check on that. Oh, wait, no. Oops. I was wrong. Michael Jackson's birthday is August 29th. He's right on the cusp, though. Michael Jackson's an August Virgo. There are a lot of Virgos in the music industry. And I'm on the 28th of August. Damn. Whitney Houston was born on my birthday, and I feel like we have the same energy. That is fabulous. She's a Leo. She's one of my favorite artists ever. Or is she a Leo? Well, you're a Leo. I don't know why I feel like her moon sign was Leo the last time that I looked it up. Let's see her chart. Yes, she's a moon Aries, actually. And a rising Pisces. When's yours? When's my birthday? Should I say it? It's September 18th. Okay, let's see. So Whitney Houston was a Leo. And her moon sign was Aries. So she has, ooh, that explains impulses. Like her impulses were a little bit out of whack. Well, you said you were a Virgo, so are we surprised? No, we're just talking about the, it's just so funny how there could be such a vast difference between months within a sign. Like, I'll take December Sagittariuses over November Sagittariuses any day. And I'll take October Scorpios over November Scorpios any day. I can't find anyone with the same sun, rising, moon combo as me. Yeah, your combo is pretty rare, I feel like. Yeah, sun, fire, rising water, earth, moon. I felt like that's a good combo. There's barely any water in my chart, y'all. There is barely any water in my chart. So as I've grown up, I've had to literally learn how to accept and feel my emotions more. So not to say that I don't have empathy, like what we're talking about, but like I used to be very like cold and unfeeling. My dad is a triple Scorpio. Oh my gosh, what a life. And he's a November Scorpio. You're the emoji face that you left. Oh my gosh, barely any water. Yes, girl, barely any water. I believe the only 2 water placements that I have is my 8th house, which is a psychic house, and that's Pisces. And then my North Node is a water sign. What kind of power do you think you would have if you had the ability? What do you mean the ability to do fire or air or water? You mean superpowers? Like you mean... Are you talking about like some Avatar shit? Like fire bending, water bending, air bending? But yeah, I barely have any water. So that's why I incorporate water into my practices a lot, because it's cleansing. It's one of the most powerful elements, honestly. I have mostly earth and air in my chart. Like air is my most dominant element. So I used to, yeah, and then fire would be the 3rd. Yeah, like off Avatar. Oh, that's a good question. So what superpower would I like to have? I don't know. You're saying fire for you? I don't know. I would say air. I've thought about this before because I started watching the show. I didn't finish it though. But I thought about this question before. So air. I feel like I'll be an airbender. Plus I have a grand air trine in my chart. So it's literally my domain. But fire is pretty cool too. But then I think about the Fire Nation in the show and how toxic they are, and I'm like, do I want to belong to that type of society? I think I'm Earth. An earthbender. They're pretty cool. Oh, wow. I just looked at Whitney Houston's chart and I just saw that her Chiron is in Pisces. Me who said fire so quick. Eye emojis. It's okay. It's okay. But Whitney Houston had a Chiron in Pisces, and Pisces is ruled by Neptune, god of illusions, drugs, fantasy. Chiron is the wounded healer. So whatever sign is in your Chiron is where you need to watch out for your weaknesses and things that could cause your detriment. And her Neptune was in Scorpio. I'm still laughing at your comment. Me who said fire so quick. Eye emoji. I have to check mine. I need to get a proper reading done soon. Well, I don't offer natal chart readings yet, but eventually I will. I just want to brush up on my astrological skills just a bit more before I offer it. But you should definitely invest in getting your natal chart read because it's very useful. I got my natal chart read a few months ago, and the information I received, definitely life-changing. Hey, Nisi. We're just chatting about government conspiracy, CV, and astrology a bit. About to say some crazy shit. Go on. It's so complicated, right? It's not to be taken lightly. Yeah. It's pretty sacred, honestly. Because if you have someone's natal chart, you pretty much have a map of their weaknesses and strengths, which in the wrong hands can be very destructive. How are you doing, Nisi? What are you up to? Do you have anything to add to the topic? Oh wait, what's the crazy shit you're about to say, Zoe? I like to think of astrology as a composition of the stardust that makes individuals who they are. So one day I'm in the back of my house and all of a sudden a spider lands on my shoulder. So I knock it off, but boom, I decided to put it in a jar and take it outside. You're a true man of honor, so. You're a man of the species. Real shaman shit. Ugh. I don't get why everyone hates spiders. I know that some of their species are literally, like, can kill you, but I feel like they don't bother many, they mind their business, I feel like. You know? The spider is trying to get out, but I'm guessing... Oh, you're smoking. I decided to blow smoke inside of the jar. Oh my god. Did you get the fucking... You tried to get the spider high? Is that what you're saying? And close it. Next thing you know, the spider is high. Alright. That's enough. Okay. Bye. You got a spider high. I don't know if that would be destructive to them. When was this? Are you making this up? I don't feel like you'd make it up. All right, well, it is about 1:20. So I think I'm gonna be heading to bed soon. But this was fun. I'm glad I had some good conversations tonight. I wasn't expecting a nice discourse like I did. But I guess you may as well finish your spider story. The whole thing about it just wondered the scientific aspect of it. Okay. Did you let the spider go? I hope you let it go. Hopefully you weren't too distracted to just let the spider suffer a high fate, dying in a jar. Okay, well, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out. This has been fun. Oh yeah, so it started twitching. Oh my god. And it was shooting webs everywhere inside the jar. Okay. And it was crazy. I had a video of it. Okay, well, you find that video and send it to me. But I have to get ready for bed. So this is super fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. Okay, you could finish the story with me personally. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. So, thanks for tuning in, everyone that did. I'll see y'all next time. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do a poll on what zodiac signs I should do next. What next couple of zodiac signs I should do next. So I'll be able to vote for whatever sign you want to get read next time I do a reading in live. By the way, you're my favorite person to talk to now. Aw, thanks. I will most definitely. All right, y'all. Peace out.